Which country is the PAP's main enemy? A lot has been said about the discrimination Malays face in the military. In 1987, Lee Hsien Loong said that Malays were not allowed into certain positions in the armed forces because their emotions for their religion may be in conflict with their emotions for the nation. It was argued that the worry was how Malays will react if they had to go to war against Malaysia. Lee Kuan Yew similarly famously said that if, for instance, you put in a Malay officer who is very religious and who has family ties in Malaysia in charge of a machine gun unit, that's a very tricky business. While both statements have usually been seen from the lens of Malay discrimination by the PAP government, the flip side to the story is that it shows who the PAP considers its main enemy, Malaysia. It is precisely because the PAP views Malaysia as its enemy that the discrimination works. Why would Malay loyalty be a concern if Malaysia was not the PAP's enemy? The Chinese, Indians and Eurasians were never told to prove their loyalty as a community, but everyone seems to accept it as natural that Malays have to do so. In discussing how Malays are discriminated and excluded from various positions in the armed forces, Sean Walsh noted in The Roar of the Lion City, Ethnicity, Gender and Culture in the Singapore Armed Forces that this exclusion is so extreme that SAF intelligence uses ethnic Chinese trained in Malay as analysts to read Malay newspapers rather than take advantage of their own ethnic Malay soldiers. They so distrust Malays that they employ Chinese to read Malay newspapers. Walsh explained that due to Singapore's perception of Malaysia as its most likely adversary, Malays particularly are discriminated against. The PAP's discrimination of Malays is partly due to its Chinese supremacism and partly, although also linked to, its enmity with Malaysia. While my research has focused on Singapore politics, I have yet to see Malaysian leaders accuse Chinese Malaysians of disloyalty and discriminate against them due to their fears of PAP and Singapore. I have yet to read statements that Chinese Malaysians should be scrutinized based on their family and relations with China or PAP or Singapore. Such discrimination and threats seem to come mainly from the PAP. It is time we stop seeing our neighbors as enemies. We need to stop the PAP's mentality of seeing Malaysia as a threat. We have always been family. Let us build this family again.